car coming down Greenway heading east, ran the red light. I mean, he was going over 100 miles an hour. I mean, and he just T-boned the cop. They hit it so hard I'd never seen that much damage to an SUV. I mean, it was mangled. You know, it's tragic, sad. That's probably the worst accident I've ever seen.
Today is just another stark reminder of the inherent dangers that our officers face day in and day out.
A tragic day for Phoenix police. A crash in the final hours of Memorial Day takes the life of a Phoenix police officer overnight as dozens of police vehicles escorted the hero's body to the Phoenix Medical Examiner from Honor Health John C. Lincoln Hospital, where doctors tried to save his life.
And here's a look at where this all happened in Phoenix near Cave Creek Road and Greenway Parkway. 27-year-old Phoenix police officer Ginarro knew, just hired by the department 2 years ago. The officer is survived by his wife, mother, brother, and grandmother. And he had just started to work the third shift when he was struck by that speeding car. This entire incident so heartbreaking.
And good morning, Arizona. We hate to start your morning off like this, but we have team coverage for you. Gina will check the roadways that are now closed as police continue their investigation. But first, we want to get out to Gibby, who has more on how this collision happened. Good morning, Gib.
Yeah, good morning, guys. You know, the entire Phoenix Police Department and the community is just mourning the loss of this young officer. But now that the sun's up, we also have the Arizona News Chopper up. I want to give you a look here at this damage here and how extensive it is. Both car and SUV, extensive damage that you can even see the motor and transmission of the BMW ripped apart from it. Just taking a look at how widespread it is out here and how far that officer's SUV rolled into the parking lot there of the Chevron. As you mentioned, 27-year-old Ginarro New is the officer struck and killed by that black BMW that police say ran a red light while driving at a high rate of speed. Officer Ginarro had just begun his shift when he was driving through the intersection. You could see just that impact and how it caused. It was so bad that the Phoenix Fire Department actually had to cut the officer out of that SUV before he was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Now, the driver of the black car is said to be a 30-year-old man. He died here on the scene. A witness we spoke to said, man, you could hear his car just speeding down the street.
Probably the worst accident I've ever seen. Instantly, I just ran over. I just wanted to make sure everybody was all right, and it was sad. It was a really bad accident.
Now, when we arrived here on the scene, understandably, the officers that were out here were consoling each other, hugging each other, because they couldn't believe what they just saw. Officer New was just coming up on his second anniversary with the department. As you mentioned, Olivia, he is survived by his wife, Kristen, his mother and brother. And the Phoenix Police Foundation has set up an account for Officer Ginarro. We'll have all that information on azfamily.com. And Gina, I don't know if you could tell there from our Arizona News Chopper, it appears like they have already started to clear up some parts of the intersection here, but the cars are still left out here, so it looks and appears like it'll be closed still for quite some time.
And Gibby, the damage to the vehicles is tremendous. It's an awful sight to see. Thank you so much for your coverage, my friend. Back here in the studio, let's talk about it from a traffic standpoint. You know, we just got information that tow trucks are just showing up on the scene, so maybe the scene will clear soon, but we'll get to that in just a second, because we want to share with you this this photo that the Phoenix Police Department just released of Officer New, and oh wow, you're gonna have to forgive me. It's hard not to get choked up. He's so young, and he lost his life serving our community. So, Officer New, thank you, and our condolences go out to his family. Let's get you back to the scene here, and let's talk about it, because as you're getting ready to head out for the morning, you know what? I think that you guys have got the wrong map system routed in here. I need the KTVK maps, guys. The actual intersection that is closed is Cave Creek and Greenway here in North Phoenix. Even though there are tow trucks on the scene, I think that we should expect that intersection to be closed through the morning rush hour. Your best alternates are going to be Bell Road, Cactus to the south. For your north-south travel, 32nd Street. Of course, you can use the 51. 7th Street would also work to get around the closure there. Again, Cave Creek and Greenway.